Seriously? Guess it's time to say goodbye, buddy.
Hold on a sec. There's life in that old mouse yet. We can turn this trash into treasure, a mini race car.
No way! Seriously? Let's do this.
All right, to turn this old mouse into a mini race car, first we gotta crack it open. Let's grab those screwdrivers and take apart the outer shell. We only need the plastic body for this project. If the LED or any other circuit bits are still kicking, save them in a drawer. You never know when they might come in handy for another tech hack. First things first, the foundation. We're going to use a skewer as the axle for our race car. We'll measure it to the perfect length to fit the car's body. Now, for the wheels to spin freely, we need to create 2 holes in the bottom of our mouse body. Grab a straw and thread them carefully through the holes. If the straw is too long, you can trim them with scissors to create the perfect length. Now, put a small dot of hot glue in the center of toy wheel. Then, carefully press the skewer right into the hot glue. Now, pass the skewer through the straw and hot glue it to the second wheel. Back wheels, check. Following the same idea, we'll need 2 holes for the front wheel to connect. Alright, for the front wheel, we'll need 2 straws instead of 1. This is because we're using gears to control the wheels. We need a thin rod to fit through the center hole of the gear. Slide the gear onto the rod. Then, gently push the gear and rod assembly through the straws. Slide a toy wheel onto each end of the gear rod we just created. Once they're both on, we'll use some hot glue to make sure they stay put. To make the wheels spin, we need another gear. Slide a toothpick through the center hole of the second gear. These straws will help us position the second gear. The trick here is to mesh the teeth of these 2 gears together. That's what makes them turn each other. To make these gears spin and turn our wheels, we need DC motor. We'll take a gear and slide it carefully onto the shaft sticking out of the DC motor. Remember the second gear we connected earlier? We want the DC motor's gear to mesh with that one to transfer the power and make the wheels spin. Now, to power up our mini race car, we need the battery. Let's position the battery close to the DC motor. Now, connect 1 wire from the DC motor to the battery. See this hole on the underside of the mouse body? We'll carefully thread this second wire through the hole. Connect 1 wire to the switch and the other wire from the switch to the battery. Now, when you flip the switch, the motor should turn. Now, it's time to put the finishing touches on our mini race car. Let's grab that upper cover we set aside earlier and carefully snap it back onto the bottom part of the mouse body. Remember those screws we removed at the beginning? We'll use them to secure the top cover back in place. Now, for the switch. Use some hot glue to secure the switch in place. Just make sure wherever you glue it, it won't touch the bottom of the car or block the wheels from spinning freely. Now for the final touches, we can use some hot glue to add some cool decorations to our mini race car. Maybe a classic race car number, a driver figure, tiny googly eyes or anything that inspires you. Let's personalize this little race car and make it truly yours.
Wow, it turned out so cute. This mini race car looks amazing.
I told you it would be cool. But hey, the fun doesn't stop here. We want to see what you guys come up with too. What features would you add to make this mini race car even more incredible? Leave a comment below and show off your creativity.
If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more fun DIY projects. See you next time!